A metal brain that can make 200 billion operations a second, connected anywhere you want in a split second. Inside this machine, the surface world fades. People connect here, often without ever seeing each other. Just threads of code, stories unfolding in pixels and circuits, stories that are sometimes shared for all, some existing in the machine itself, only their creators truly knowing them. To most, it's just a box of metal and wires, but within lies the city, the information, the speed, the connection. Everything revealed the moment you turn it on. But before we begin the build, we need to talk about the parts. The parts of a computer are like the human body. Each component has a role, a purpose, and when assembled correctly, they form a system capable of extraordinary things. Starting with the brain, also known as the CPU. It processes all the instructions and makes the decision, just like the brain controls thoughts and movement. We'll be using an Intel i9-13900K. The brain needs something to distribute its information, and that's where we get the nervous system of the computer, the motherboard. The ASUS ARGB Maximus Z790 Hero connects every part of the body, allowing communication between components. Now, the heavy lifter in the system, which can be compared to our reflexes or our visual cortex, is the graphics card, or GPU. For this system, we have the NVIDIA RTX 4090. This is a dream graphics card that I'd never thought I'd own, but I'm so incredibly excited to finally put it to use. It handles rendering, gaming, and visual processing at speeds that feel unreal. We, of course, can't forget about our memories. First, we have our short-term memory, or RAM, where we are using 64 gigabytes of Corsair Dominator titanium sticks. Temporarily holds the data you're actively using, like remembering a phone number just long enough to dial it. And then we have our long-term memory, which is our storage drive. The Samsung PM9A1A 1TB M.2 stores memories, files, and experiences permanently until erased or overwritten. Now, all this processing is going to create a lot of heat, so we need to cool down with the cooling and fans that are going in. The iCUE H100i Elite CAPELLIX CPU cooler, along with the RS120 ARGB fans. And finally, this system couldn't be complete without the heart. The HX1200i, the power supply that will pump energy to every organ. All fitting seamlessly into the skeleton, or case, the Corsair 3500X in black. This isn't my first time building a PC, so I was in pretty high spirits for how this build would go. I also used to work at a PC company not too long ago, so I feel like I've been around computers long enough to get this right. Everything went pretty smoothly from the start. Things just seemed to fit into place. There were a couple hiccups here and there, but nothing significant enough that consumed a lot of my time. Everything was going beautifully. I couldn't believe how well it was all going. Until we got to the fans. The fans were a bit of a nightmare. I had to figure out what direction I wanted them in or what cables went where, and they weren't the easiest to screw in either. I don't even have that many fans, but I noticed a lot of cables were starting to get added to the PC. Each fan has at least 2 cables, and the amount of cables that accumulated was growing quickly. I had no idea how I was going to tame this behemoth of cables, and the more I kept going, the more cables kept being added. I eventually placed the final pieces, the graphics card and then the power supply, and it looked beautiful. I couldn't believe how good this looked. And then I turned the PC around. There was so many cables. Oh my god, I was extremely overwhelmed. How was I supposed to cable manage this monstrosity? I'll spare you the details since it wasn't the prettiest cable management, but I wrangled them as nicely as I could, put the lid on, and it was complete. I was so glad to have the build finally completed, but the storm wasn't over yet. I had to turn the PC on for the first time. I was praying so hard that I put everything together correctly and that it would successfully turn on. Moment of truth. We're gonna turn this on and see if it works. I am so nervous. Oh my god. Oh, hold on. I gotta turn on the... Okay. That's a good sign. All right, are we ready? Let's see. And it turned on the first try. I am so happy with how this build turned out. The specs on the PC are incredible. The case that I have been wanting to get for a while with the glass wraparound is so pretty. I'm obsessed. I literally can't stop looking at my PC. If you stuck around this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. I worked really hard on this video and I hope you enjoyed it. If you would like to keep up with me and see more content, you can join me over on Patreon. It's completely free to join. It's where I'm going to be the most active on posts and updates. And if you would like extra content, behind the scenes content, early access videos, ad-free videos, you can join my community over there for $5 a month, and that'll help keep this channel running. Okay, but I'm gonna stop talking now so you can see the final result.